Folks. I started a live stream separately. Anyways, let's see if I'm alive here on the old internet. Am I going to go live? Am I live? What is... Oh, there I am. Okay. What? All right, I'm live. I'm live, folks. Doug, over here. Come on. Over here. Come over this side of the camera here. All right, folks. Hang on, Doug. Relax. Oh, the dog is a little bit upset here. I know, Doug. I'm going to give you a treat. Relax. My. I'm going to get the chat in front of me. I had a bit of an ordeal. What happened was I scheduled the live stream with the camera, with the little, what you call it? The iPhone. But when I went to restart another stream, what happened was I didn't hit the little corner that had the little thing that said start the scheduled stream. All right. It's customary to get the kangaroo out. This is the last of the kangaroo, folks. Little Doug. Is that the side you want to be on? For the treats? Because he'll only stay here while we pay him to stay here, because Doug doesn't work for free. Okay? There's not a lot here, Doug. My, there's next to nothing. Okay, you don't need to slobber all over my fingers. Look how great he's getting, eh? Here, I got to show you something. Because, here, I'll turn the camera. Where's the camera? I got to turn the camera around here. Hang on. Okay. Okay, Doug, look at this. Look at the length of his, look at that, eh? See the length of the eyebrows? They're getting old. Oh, Doug, you're so old. And you can tell he's very, very interested in anything but me. Or but... Hey, Doug. All we have is crumbs left. And as soon as we're done the crumbs, he's going to leave because he has no interest in humans unless he's getting something to eat. Right? Are they ever long, eh? And they're getting longer. I've noticed we had a little bit of a sprout this past week. Oh, Doug. Slobber. I'm going to have to wash my hands now, Doug. Yeah, I have to wash my hands. Look at this. Okay, we got a bit of a mess here. Yeah. All right, I got to dump this in his tray, and I got to wash my hands because I've got like some serious dog. That's it. That's the end of the kangaroo from the Australia. I got one little bag left, little 4-ouncer bag. Oh, you need to add water to dog slobber. Is it ever slippery? Okay. We have more treats, Doug, but it's wait for mornings. That's all you're getting paid today. Okay. All right. Okay. So, what do we got happening here? See? See, he knows there's more. See? I got this little kangaroo, a little tiny bag, and I got some wild boar balls. Okay. And no, Doug, you're not getting that. And then we got an ostrich tendon. He really wants them, but he's getting no more because I have to have some reason for him to come out and see me in the mornings. Because if I don't give him a treat first thing in the morning, I'm down here for coffee, I don't see him because he comes downstairs and goes straight onto the couch. Okay, time to take the hat off because that 100% polyester is like, oh, my head's already sweating. Ah, folks, Doug, get back here. Okay, Merry Christmas. Another year of pure lunacy. Like, it's unbelievable. Happy birthday. Yes, my birthday is coming up, Susie. It is. Did you send me a present? No, oh, my head's just sweating like crazy. Can't believe it. It wear them just a little bit. It's like, oh, somebody just sent me $11 billion. I don't think that's a real email. Okay, nothing come through yet. Yeah, another year of extreme gluten intolerance, eh? Extreme. It's crazy. Oh, my God, folks. I can't believe that I'm here. No, I'm not snowed in yet, Inga. I got about 7 inches of snow right now. About 7 inches. We had actually had more snow, but it completely melted and was gone. So. Oh, Tiny Ducks, the propaganda is worldwide. It's absolutely... You know what? I have a lot of theories because, you know, I'm addicted to following this stuff. And yes, my house is still for sale, Brooke. I think it's going to unravel very, very soon, folks, because they're like absolutely it's sheer retarded. It's sheer retardedness what's going on, and even idiots are figuring the connecting the dots, you know, because the dots are being exposed. My home in Venezuela is waiting for me, Mr. Free Spirit. Oh, waiting. I get pictures of it every. I just posted pictures on WhatsApp there the other day that Sandy sent me. But no, like this is the best. Okay, so Ontario, our health secretary, or I don't know what he's called. He's not a minister. Chief medical officer. I just call him Lenin because he looks like Lenin. And yesterday he came out and said that if you have unvaxxed people in your family, that you should have Christmas outside. Christmas dinner outside to save Granny. Okay? It was minus 16 this morning. Okay? It's minus 5 right now. And I think tomorrow we got winter conditions hitting. So, you know, join my WhatsApp group. Go to any of my Venezuela videos on my homepage, and there's a link below. Yeah. So eat your Christmas dinner outside to save Granny. And yesterday, Francois Lagua of Quebec said that they asked the nurses that were suffering from gluten intolerance to continue working in the hospitals, infected. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Oh, yeah. Well, they're saying here, Tiny, that if you have to have somebody that comes over for Christmas dinner, that you should eat outside. This is Canada, December the 25th, and like tomorrow's weather, there's a weather advisory here. So tomorrow's weather is going to be, I think we've got snow coming tomorrow. Yeah, it's snow. What is it here? Yeah, tomorrow's a winter advisory of snow and -7. Yeah, you want to eat Christmas dinner outside to save Granny from gluten intolerance. You know, Unbelievable. It's crazy. That's what I mean. They're saying things that's so crazy that there's no way people can believe what's going on. Oh, here, I want to check something while I got you on the line, and I'm going to show you folks. This is crazy. I didn't know that this site existed. It's a government site. I discovered it yesterday. It's my favorite site to go to now. And wait till I show you this, because yesterday's numbers were crazy. Wait till I show you this. Yep, they've updated it. Okay, wait till you see this. Now, this is not a lie, okay? This is actually on the Government of Ontario site, okay? This is not, I'm going to show you everything, okay? I discovered this site and I love it, okay? So look at, there it is. That's the website, okay? All right, so it's official, Government of Ontario. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the number of outbreaks of gluten intolerance. Now take a look at that, folks. Does that look like it's unbelievable? And I'm a problem because, well, you know, I'm not gluten intolerant and I didn't need to take any medication for it. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, actually. It's unbelievable. Anyways, oh, just want to share that with you because it's one of my favorite websites now. And every day it gets crazier. It gets crazier. Oh, that's facts right on the website, government website. Do you believe it? It is, Brooke. It's, you know what? You know something. This year we call things crazy, you know, retarded, stupid. But you know, I came up with the perfect description of this year, the perfect adjective to describe this year. You know, because crazy is being overused, and even retarded or clown world's being overused. We are living in an unimaginable world. It's unimaginable. Because imagine if I would have told you last Christmas, this is what this next 12 months would be. You would say, no, you couldn't imagine the last 12 months. So my new term to describe what's going on is that it's unimaginable. So, well, but I just can't believe the hospitals. They want the gluten intolerant infected nurses to work. It's unbelievable. While they're working, it's just, oh man, it's crazy. But anyways, I had this year. I had some premonitions this week, and unfortunately, they all came true. It was some bizarre stuff too, especially when I was working in my garden. It seems that I was working in the garden, my carrots. It was always at the carrots. I'd be working in the carrots, and I would get these visions, and they were like clear as a bell. It was almost like a deja vu. I've done it before, and it was just crazy. It was a crazy thing, and they've all come true, all of them. So, absolutely all of them. You know, and I'm here with you right now in Canada. You know, still. You know, did the dog leave? No, he's here. Okay. Usually he leaves. I have 7 people I know that have suffered adverse reactions to gluten thing in the arm. 7. I actually know 7 people. 7 people. One person, a lady, she got the gluten jab, and she went home, had a headache, and then vomited, then went back to the hospital, and 17 days in the hospital with blood clots. Oh, and then 2 months later, she went back and got the second one, because she wanted to go on holidays. It's like, whoa, 17 days with blood clots in the hospital. My stepdaughter's friend, well, actually, it's not even it's a business associate of mine from years gone by in town, local businessman. His nephew, 16-year-old hockey player, had to take the gluten jab and myocarditis. 3 months in the Toronto's Children's Hospital. Never will be able to play sports again. 16 years old, room for life. I had propane tanks delivered, and the delivery guy that delivered the propane tanks, his wife's a doctor's assistant, not a nurse, but she works on it. She does something in the doctor's office, and she had to get the thing in her arm. And the first week she started getting seizures, and now she's suffering from seizures. And they put her on epilepsy drugs, and she's 35, 36 years old, and he said that no history of epilepsy, and now she's got to get, she's going through an epilepsy course to how to live with epilepsy, when, you know, that's what they say the seizures are that she's having. My neighbor wife has got brain fog. She can't remember things. Blackouts, falling off a kitchen chair, eating, middle of supper, fall all over. Who was the other person I know? Directly. There was one other person. And then I had really bad news the beginning of December. Somebody that I have known since I was 5 years old. And we used to be very, very good friends for many, many decades. And we've drifted apart, living our own lives the last 20 years. But I've known him since I was like 5 years old. And he's 1 year older than me. And he got the double. And within a month, he all of a sudden, it was actually, what happened was all in 1 week, it was a month after he was finished the second one. During that month later, he got, started getting headaches. And they couldn't figure out what it was, and he got really feeling bad, and he went to the hospital, and it turns out that he had some kind of fast acting cancer that was going through his body, and his brain was being drowned in blood, and he was dead in like that quick. Monday, Friday, dead, just like that. So, you know, but it's total of seven people now. So that I know. So, well, Inga, if you go into BitChute and just search on BitChute, you'll see lots of examples in Europe of people having problems. Well, there seems to be a problem with hockey players, or not hockey players, soccer players. You know, football dropped, over 100 players have dropped on the field this year. You just got the saline. They'll get you on the second round, the booster. That's what their plan is. And the booster for the gluten. You know. I just know when you know 7 people that have had, like when you actually know 7 people, it really makes you think twice. So, and then you look at like I just showed you, on the screen there, I just showed you the Ontario government. You know, it's like 16% of the cases of gluten right now are unjabbed, clean, pure blood. Everybody else is getting it. You know, they closed. It's so funny. Oh yeah, this is another thing that's make. You know what they did in Quebec? This is unbelievable. So they said if you got the gluten medicine, you would get your little passport on your phone, and you could go to restaurants and movie theaters, gyms, events, concerts, that kind of stuff. You know, you could live a normal life, but like people like me can't. I'm excluded from society. Well, this week now, so Quebec You can't go in any place. Same with Ontario. You can't go anywhere unless you're doubled. And like the only thing I'm allowed to do is I can go to the bank, I can buy gasoline, and I can buy food. I'm not allowed to do anything else. And same with Quebec. So this week, Quebec announced that they're closing everything. They closed all the restaurants, like all the rewards that the people got for getting the gluten jab were taken away this week to stop the spread of gluten. And I'm like, is that the best way to wake people up or what? Like, you know, they oh yeah, plus I have a friend, he got jabbed with the gluten jab just to go on holidays at Christmas. Okay, just to go on holidays, and they told him they told him now. Well, he canceled his trip. I found out today that he canceled, that he didn't go because they told him that coming back into the country, that is basically his life was going to be miserable and he'd have to go through a quarantine and 2 weeks in the whole lockdown in a government facility, even though he got the double gluten jab, got the testing and everything, and they told him that that once he leaves the country and comes back in, he's basically a leper, and he will be treated that way. So, and his insurance on the holiday didn't cover it, the cancellation, because the government didn't actually ban travel, so they didn't shut it down. So, but they just said that we're going to make you so miserable when you come back, people are you're canceling. So he wrote off his holiday and he got double whacked. Just to go on this holiday. He got double whacked back in October just to go on this holiday. And I told him, when he told me that he got double whacked, I said, you're not going on holidays, man. If I can't go to Venezuela, you're not going on holidays. No. And Venezuela, I can go, if I could get out of here, I can go in Venezuela. All I gotta do is do the fake test, pass the fake test, and I'm free to go. No restrictions whatsoever in Venezuela, okay? But I can't leave here. I'm stuck in North Korea right now. What is their end game? Pure communism. That's what it is. Absolute control. Absolute control. It's crazy, Brooke. It's crazy, crazy. You know. That also, tiny ducks. But I'm not gonna. I got to be careful with the words here. We've got to talk really screwed up language. We want to be saying. I don't want to watch 3,000 videos be deleted off because I slipped and said the coof. Anyways. Hell. Yeah, I watch Viva sometimes on BitChute. Yeah. But we're here. It's Christmas, another year. But I think we're going to. I think we're going to see things unraveling, the narrative unraveling, because they're just getting like it's absolutely crazy. No, I can't get together with friends. Well, unfortunately, I think Alberta. I think Alberta passed the law that you can't have unjabbed private social gatherings in your house. And I heard BC this morning was something. Tiny Ducks, are you in BC? Because I heard they were talking about private unjabbed gatherings was going to be illegal. I don't love Trump. How did you figure I love Trump? How do you? I don't love any of them. They're all scum. They're all on the same team, folks. All of them. I'll just tell you, okay, the latest Trump truthism. I won't investigate Hunter's laptop because the Bidettes have gone through enough. And don't forget the infamous, the Clintons are good people, okay? What? So, because I'm supposed to love Joe? I don't love any of them. They're all scum. If you haven't figured that out, have you not figured out, like, it doesn't matter who, up here in Canada, it doesn't matter who is in, it doesn't matter actually in the world. It doesn't matter. We already live under a one world government. Already. It's already won. It's been won for a long, long time. We have this illusion that, we have, sides just to keep us in the game playing. But it's been, like, think about it. Think about the last 20 months, how the way the world has operated in unison. Never in the world has ever done this. Being synchronized like the way it is. They're all on the same team. Don't forget, Trump, what he says, go get your booster for the gluten, But I love the one where he says, I'm not going to investigate the Hunter's laptop because the bidets have gone through enough. Unbelievable. Oh. Bye, Susie. Have a Merry Christmas. I'm on the bright side of the force. I am. Putin seems to, Putin and Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro in Brazil is my favorite. He actually, that's one guy is my favorite because, and I'll tell you something, a lot of you don't realize, because I follow South American politics, and I have a fondness with Brazil. I have a soft spot for that country. I like it a lot, but it depends on the government. But if I wanted to live there, but if Bolsonaro was there, I would stay there. That would be where I would want to be. Because, the man went on TV this year and told everybody to buy guns and ammo because the communist, globalist pigs are coming to take over the country. Okay? So when your president of the country gets on TV and says, buy guns and ammo, tells the people to buy guns and ammo to get ready for the invasion of the globalist, communist pigs, it's like, I don't care what you say about the guy. I don't care what he's done. I don't care if he microwaves kittens, okay? The fact that he wants to arm his citizens, that you can't even tell me how that is bad. He's a dictator. Oh yeah, dictators love arming their citizens. You know what I mean? I saw the London ceremony. That was a couple years ago. Wasn't it 94 or something? With all the rigamajigs, the gluten with fingers, and then the spiky balls. Wasn't it 94 or 2004? I forget the year. Well, here's another one too. There's a channel it's called WION. Okay, it's from India, and they did it's a news channel, and they did an investigation, and they of the gluten company called Pfizer, and of the contract, and they were showing how Brazil got screwed, and they had to sign the country over. And I remember last year when Maduro wouldn't let Pfizer and AstraZeneca and Moderna into the country, and everybody called that he was crazy, and he said he wouldn't allow them into the country. And then now that the contracts come out, what they had to sign, I know why. Because they were literally signing the country over to the manufacturers to distribute the gluten shot. Dancing nurses. No, Patty, the dancing nurses. I have it's just a theory, okay, that the TikTok dancing nurses was like a Morse code message to tell us the hospitals were empty, okay? Because you watch any doctor or any nurse that comes out now and speaks out against anything, you see what happens to them. They get literally put onto a cross and license taken away and destroyed. And the TikTok videos were showing us the places where they were like done, empty, nothing was there. And it was all around the world. All these TikTok videos are all around the world, and they're all the common thing about all these hospitals is they had enough time to clear off a whole show, and the background was always empty. Okay, they were telling us places were empty. You can't subscribe to. Why can't you subscribe to them? I subscribe. I don't have this problem about filling my sub page. Maybe you got a problem. No. But that's my theory about the dancing nurses. I think it was like a hostage video, and they're blinking your eyes, trying to get a message across. I'm all right. They're going to kill me any moment. You know what I mean? Like, don't give the money to them. Who knows? Everything's a lie. Absolutely everything. It's unbelievable. And then look at inflation. Okay? Inflation. So tell me, folks, I did some looking this morning. So I wanted to see like gold and silver. Okay? So gold and silver are down for the year. Like we're actually down, exactly down, like crazy amount too. But yet real inflation is about 15, 16%. Official inflation 7%, 6.9. But yet gold and silver are worth like almost, silver's down like 10%, gold's down about 3%, but inflation is like 16%. But real inflation, go to the grocery store, it's like 30%. El Salvador, Jonathan, 3 Bitcoins, you get your residency permit. Sky News is good too, yeah. Yeah. Russia is also good too. Yeah, Putin today. Putin is passing a law that a woman is a woman and a man is a man, officially by law today. Putin. So of course, they're gonna say that he hates. I don't know what they're gonna say. He's gonna hate him, but anyways, it's pretty bad. When you think about it, a former communist country, 30 years ago, they were a communist country. I think about that, 30 years ago, and they are way more free than we are. Yeah, Brooke, 3 Bitcoins. That's all it takes. So buy Bitcoins today, because what are they today? Bitcoin is 51,000. So 51,000, 3 Bitcoins, and all you got to do, I think you go to deposit them in a wallet in Venezuela or in El Salvador, and you can get a residency permit. And here's the other thing about El Salvador's 3 Bitcoin policy is that if you sell your Bitcoins while you're in El Salvador, tax-free, no capital gains tax. Okay? So you take your 51,000, Bitcoin goes to 200,000, you sell it in El Salvador, no tax. Okay? Patty, I don't think it'll be a simulation. I think it'll be the real deal. Russia has really low taxes. Really low. It's really low. Yes, roughly. Well, 153,000 today. Well, right now, Bitcoin right now is $51,100 today. So, US. So buy 3 of those and then save them and then get ready to leave. So tomorrow's the anniversary of 30 years of the Soviet Union. That kills when people say, they always got, people say, communist Russia. I'm like, my God, where were you in 1991? Like, the wall came down. Like, I like Putin. I do. I like him. Putin, Bolsonaro. Even they say Maduro's. I always get people. That's one thing about Venezuelans. I get a lot of flack from Venezuelans because they hate Maduro. But I like. They always say he's a crook. But they're all crooks. Come right down to it. But it's the degree of crookness. But I look at what Maduro is doing to keep the globalists out of the country. If the guy, if he wanted to be like if he wanted to match the accusations that are thrown against him, he wouldn't be picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. He could sell his country out for billions and have a big giant bank account, in Switzerland, and just let the Americans, the globalists, have Venezuela. But instead, he's fighting them, keeping the big pharma. He kept big pharma out last year. Made it against the law for them to come into the country. Doesn't no GMO allowed in the country. Another thing too. So but if you want to see crooks, come up here to Canada. Whew, my God, Last year, Justin lost $180 billion. They don't know where they spent $180 billion in a little tiny country. You know, like, yes, yes, Putin is smiling. Well, there's a saying, eh? When the art of war, when your enemy is destroying itself, don't interfere. That's exactly what's going on right now. You know, yeah, I know. We're living in an absolutely unimaginable world. That's what it is. Anyways, but I'm stuck in Canada. And you know what's another weird thing? Okay, like I believe that things happen in life for a reason. Everything happens in life for a reason. Sometimes you just don't know the reason when it happens. But I this summer, like I said, I had some premonitions, and they came true, and I'm stuck here. But I'm stuck here for a reason, because I've had my house listed now on MLS for a year and a half. It's been on MLS, and it's had, what is it? I think it's like 16,000 people look at it on MLS, and I've had one person come and look at it, one single person. My neighbor, same across the road from me, same situation with him, and but yet houses around me that are like not even comparable to what I have to offer for like 100,000 less are like they're bidding wars, like bidding wars, and I'm like, so how are they selling these places around me? Like I'm talking like 2 kilometers, 3 kilometer type distance, like right around me, and like 2 acre, 1 acre lots, older homes, like like there's like they're not even comparable properties, and they had bidding wars to sell them, like bidding wars, like, and I'm here, I'm here to be stuck here, you know, for right now to watch this crazy storm go on, you know. My profit taxes are just under 2,000. No, no, I don't sell eggs. I've actually been buying eggs, folks. I've been going up to the Mennonites. I bought over I bought how many? I think I bought about 500 eggs from the Mennonites so far for myself. About 500 I've bought so far. My old ducks aren't laying. They stopped laying in August. I've been buying eggs since August. You know, you know, and ridiculously cheap. They don't charge $4 for a dozen. You know, you know. You know the Bidet and Putin conference they had on, and they show the video, and he was like the hand movements, the body and hand movements that he did. You could tell was like whatever, like when he was doing that, like oh whatever, like with his hand, and it was like you could tell he was like he didn't even want to be there. Actually, Brooke, that's how I'm going to be getting out, is because my visa is an investment visa. It's not a tourism visa. It's an investment visa. So, uh, and I have to get it absolutely clarified. But by international law, they can't restrict business travel. So they can't force me to be double jabbed with the gluten to leave the country, because it's business. Because and I don't have to prove anything to Canada that it's business, because my visa, my passport has already been proven with Venezuela that it's business. But I have been trying to get a hold of a lawyer to get clarification on this international law, because I don't want to be lower the price of the house, sell the house, get out of here, be sitting at the airport with a big dog, and then find out that no, I can't leave. You know. Yeah, $4. Oh, it's a giveaway. And and when I bought 300 the last time, they wanted to give me a deal. I said, no, I'll pay it for. I don't $4. Sorry, don't worry about it. But they felt bad charging me $4 when I bought 300 of them. They're good eggs, And the nice thing about their eggs, they're even better. They're actually better than my eggs because they raise their own. They grow their own feed. They don't even feed pellets. They don't buy feed pellets. All the ducks eat are all the grain that they grow on the farm themselves, non-GMO. So like I'm actually getting organic duck eggs, like even better than what I have because my ducks eat pellets, which the pellets are made from GMO vegetable products. So the Mennonites grow their own grain and feed it to the ducks and the chickens, and so you get eggs from them, and it's actually organic. Oh, yeah, there are 9 ducks left. 8 females and 1 male. Rico and 8 females, and nine geese. They're out there. I don't know if I can give you. I'll show you. Are they there? Yep, there. Here. Come on, camera. There they are. Okay. They're relaxing. Okay. It's pretty lonely out there. The little dog, right? The little dog with the big gray eyebrows, right? You ever getting old? Why do I want to buy grain for the Mennonites? Do I have a lot of veggies left over from my garden? Yep. I have a lot. A lot. I froze on the parsnips, my parsnip harvest. What's the total? I think I didn't give any away. I ended up freezing everything. There was like 220 pounds. Oh. Well. All the ducks can eat purina. I don't have a truck to drive to go get grain in bulk. Yeah, my garden did well again. I perfected this no work gardening. I'm telling you, no work gardening. Go back 5 minutes in this video, you'll know all about my house. You know. Will I ever hatch ducks and geese again? Yep. Yeah, I will. I'll probably hatch chickens too, but just not in this country. No. Have I ever grown cannabis? What do you think? The rutabaga, I salvaged like 85 pounds of rutabaga out of that mess. They were heat stressed, eh? A lot of people said it was a lot of different things. I got a lot of advice from people in the garden videos telling me what the problem. I know the problem was. It was heat. We had a heat wave here from, well, it was June and July. It was absolutely crazy. It was beautiful. It was actually beautiful. It was a beautiful summer. I had a good summer. I had the best tan this summer. Like the best tan. I actually tanned all summer. I was vitamin D right up because I heard that's really good for gluten. I was tanning like every day. I worked outside in my underwear every day because there's no cameras. I got my property back, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful summer. But the heat wave was so crazy. Like the garden did nothing. Like it didn't grow. Well, June it did the germination thing. It was perfect for germination, and then July it just stunted, and it was August that it did all the growing. You know. Actually, there's a big difference between rutabaga and turnip. Huge difference. Rutabaga are yellow, and turnip are white. So, huge difference, and they have a different taste. And a rutabaga, will get this massive, and a turnip is much smaller. Like I think the biggest turnip I've ever had grown is about this big, but I've had rutabagas weigh like 11 pounds. Oh, they are different. A rutabaga didn't get really sweet this year because I harvested them early because of that rot. I usually let them get beaten up by the frost and the snow, but the rot was so bad I thought I'd sell the salvage. But I was shocked that I think I got like 85 pounds cleaned, which wasn't bad. And if I wouldn't have had the waste, I would have been 200 pounds. It would have been the waste, you know, easily 200 pounds. My garden was huge this year. It was mind-blowingly huge. I was unbelievable. I loved it. It was like no work. I did nothing. Like I did nothing, you know, like nothing. Like nothing. I tanned. I did one weedathon when I thinned the plants out, and that was it. You know, you know. Do you like my T-shirt though? But let's see. But mine's different. Eh? You're not going to see this anywhere. I made this myself. I did the artwork myself. And the significance of the Russian alphabet mixed in here is for the old Soviet communist days slant to "Let's go, Brandon." Oh. Let's go, Castro. Yeah. Well, actually, this is now. This saying, eh? This is synonymous with that you are not happy with your government. It doesn't just apply to the Bidet family. It applies to every government in the world. Because I'm not happy, but I can't, let's go Justin wouldn't sound too good, or let's Joe Trudeau, it doesn't have the same ring to it, so, you know. You're in Canadian? Yes, I'm in Canadian, also known as North Korea right now, because unless you've got your papers, you can't leave. Oh, you know. But you won't be able to buy this anywhere, because I made it myself. So, my little artwork. I did a bunch of T-shirts this year in my protest of what was going on in the world. You know. I was hard to decide what I was going to wear today because I made a whole bunch of T-shirts this year. I was bored, so I was doing a lot of artwork and getting T-shirts made for myself. No, but it was hard to figure out what to wear today. I was like, what am I going to wear? Do I wear 2 weeks to flatten the curve? Show me your papers, Omicron, moronic. I was like, what should I wear? Like, Big Beagle, I was like, I'll just go with "Let's Go, Brandon." Dougie's behind me on the floor. Yeah, it's still here. He's working hard, eh? Look at that poor dog. Life is brutal with him. Oh, folks. Anyway, so another year of craziness, but I have hope. I do. I agree. Mr. Trump is a liar, and he's a crook, and he's just as bad as everyone. Just go get your booster. That's all he keeps telling everybody. Get your booster, and don't forget. I won't investigate Hunter's laptop because the Bidets have suffered enough. That one blew me away. It was bad enough, remember when he won in 2016 and the next day and he says, the Clintons are good people. And, well, just it never ends. Yeah, I miss the days of Doug chasing ducks around. I miss the days of Doug would be able to chase anything. He's so old. Well, we had a coyote here. Doug lost his garbage. I didn't let him out. We had a little fox. We got a little fox here every night walking through. I follow politics from all over the world. Wing. That's all I do. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the world. So I'm like following everything, trying to get an idea so that I can, because I'm trying to leave the country. Like, a lot of people say, well, you waste your time, following that stuff. But I need to know what's going on in the world to get out of here, you know. And I'm watching the trend around the world, and it's like it's weird. Like right now, I'll give you an example. Like Venezuela, okay? So Venezuela, the last 20 months, they did a lockdown for 3 weeks. One single lockdown was back just at Easter, and they did it, and it was a show. It was all show. It was all media stuff, and the people in Venezuela were very shocked when it happened last April, and it only lasted 3 weeks, and then completely bailed on everything. And they had their quarantine. The way it works down there is they have a flexible week, and they have a radical week. And so that means 1 week you're open for business and 1 week you're closed. But they never close because, like, I know I talk to them every day down there and message them, and they always, we're sharing stuff back and forth. And the businesses are open. Like, they're supposed to be closed because it's, quarantine week, and they're open. The only thing that's closed is the government. And even the government now is secretly opening because they're getting so far behind on work. So, and now also, in November and December, they completely opened the country up for Christmas. Oh, and then now they just said that they just found 7 cases of the moronic virus. They just announced that yesterday. 7 cases. So, best way to get to Venezuela right now is a very expensive plane ticket. Oh, that's not true. They changed the plane tickets too, eh? The buggers. You know what they did? So I used to be able to buy a ticket from Toronto to Panama to Valencia, okay? And it was like business class. It was like $2,600 return, everything, taxes, the whole bit. Business. No non-refundable, can't change your ticket. So, it's like, so you have to, it's not, if you want, it's like, full price was like $4,500, but $2,600 with taxes, everything for a return, okay? So now what they've done is you have to buy a ticket to Panama, and then you have to buy a completely separate ticket from Panama to Valencia. So it's like $4,700 now to buy a ticket. I could sell these shirts? Yeah, I probably could, bro. Or somebody could just do it themselves. Copy the artwork. There's 4 of them in the world. I made 4. I gave them away for Christmas. There's 4 of these in the world. No, 5. There's 5 of them in the world. There's 5. It's 5 I got made. Going by ship, absolutely no luck. The only other way that I can get any information is I got to go down to drive to Montreal and like walk around the port talking to people because I had no luck, none. And why Venezuela? Because that's just the way it worked out. I don't know. I've already bought my places down there. I'm already set up down there. I wish I was there. Tonight's the big event, eh? Tonight's the big event down there. Baby Jesus brings all the gifts for all the kids tonight. Yeah. It's all the big meals, the big get-togethers. It's a massive social gathering tonight. They'll be up till 3, 4 in the morning tonight. What will I do for a living in Venezuela? I don't know. Play on the internet, grow food. Basically what I'm doing here, except not pay all the crazy taxes that I'm doing here. and substantially reduce my cost of living. Substantially. By like about 95% reduction in cost of living. You know. In fact, I already got my properties down there. I was like, I'm sitting here and I got 3 properties down there and a truck waiting for me. You know? And I'm sitting up here trapped. Well, I'll give you an idea, folks. Okay, so my property's down there. Just to give you an idea of what it's cost me so far down there. In 20 months, I have spent less than $200 maintaining all my properties down there. Okay? In 20 months. Less than $200. Now, what happened to your property? They tried to take it. Nothing happened to my property. What happened? Who tried to take it? John, I don't know what you're talking about. What am I cooking for? I'm having burgers. I'm actually hamburger tonight. I'm taking a break from chickens. No. It's ridiculous the cost of living down there. You know what, my truck, I had to pay for my truck insurance because my truck's in storage down there, but they have to keep the plates going. $7 for the year for my plates and my insurance registration renewal. $7. Like, I just paid $240 in Ontario to renew my license plate up here on my car. $7 to renew it. My property taxes last January, what were my property taxes? Like, it's like $7 or $12 my property taxes on my beach house. You know? And a condominium in Valencia is $25 a year for the condo, security, and property taxes. $25 for the year. And it's sitting there, not a single bill, no power bill, no nothing. You know? You said you got your property back. I don't know what you're talking about, John. You said you got your property back. I don't know, John, you got me lost here. I didn't get no apples, Rebecca. So this is now my second year with no apples. Oh. I'm leaving anyways. The apple tree's there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Oh. And the farm, there's no property taxes, no power bill, no nothing. Like, it just sits there. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's nuts. You know, we're getting so screwed up here. It's unbelievable. But gas has gone up now. It's 50 cents a liter now. Oh. The average cost for property by the acre, I can't even tell you that one. I just know the deals that I got, and you know, and there's more deals down there like that. You know, like there was that big ranch that I was offered, you know, was 4,200 acres. I think it was 22,000 hectares, 4,200 acres. 4,200 acres with 7 lakes, a 3,000 square meter house, barns, some guest houses, hydroelectricity dam, I think 700 acres of agriculture, a lot of bush. They wanted $225,000 for it. You know. I was offered another one. This one was halfway between Boconó and Valencia on the way to my farm in Santa Cruz, and it was 1,100 acres. No, 1,100 hectares. It was 2,500 acres. And they wanted a little bit more. They wanted like 180,000 for it. It was a coffee farm. 1,100 hectare coffee farm. Oh. But I wouldn't buy anything that big. I don't want that kind of target on. I'd rather own like a whole bunch of little places. Like a whole bunch, like 100 little places. Because the gringos are going to come, one day are going to go to Venezuela. The gringos are going to wake up and they see that there's freedom down there and there's no freedom up here, and it's like they're going to get out of here. Because like the job that they have down there, they only have the Russian and the Chinese job, eh? Oh. And they're not forcing it on anybody. There are no restrictions. And oh yeah, they had a prop. They announced, this was funny, because they sent me the messages about this back in September. They said they were gonna launch a traffic light system, which was for the QR code, for people to go in restaurants and grocery stores and that kind of stuff. And everybody was just like, "Are you crazy?" Like, first of all, the internet doesn't work half the time, so they can't even use a QR code system. And not everybody has a smartphone; they have flip phones, and they can't even keep the traffic lights working on the roads. And that was the common one about the traffic lights on the roads. So it was funny. And they still don't have it. It was supposed to be launched in October, and it's still they shut the whole thing down and had Christmas instead. No. I don't have a broker, Gregory. Everything I do is direct. If you want to sit on your ass at home on the internet, you'll never get the deals that I got. You have to pack a bag, get a visa, and go there. And get your trucking boots on and go on an adventure and go looking around. That's how you get the deals. If you want to buy you can go like there's who is that realtor? Royal LePage. Royal LePage has pages in Venezuela, and I look at the prices online and I laugh. It's like, it's ridiculous. Nobody pays those prices. But online, for the gringos that are lazy, that don't want to leave their comfort of their home and just want to do the transaction from home, you're going to pay, 5 to 10 times more than you could in person down there. And it's going to take multiple trips. You're going to have to go down there, and look around, find a place, negotiate a deal, sign a contract for the deal, put a small deposit down, come back here, get your next visa, your business visa, because now you got a contract down there for a property. You get a business visa, and then you go back down and you buy it. And you get your lawyer, and you get them, to do all the paperwork. And for your first trip, you do that. You get a lawyer to do the title searches and get everything organized, and for the transfer over. It'll take you probably 3 trips to do it. Or there's another way, is that you could go down on a tourist visa, which you can't even get right now. Can't travel on tourism. They won't even let you into the country on tourism. So it's got to be business. And that's the problem. The business is the problem, because you need to get into the country first to get the paperwork for the business together. So you're pretty well screwed. Oh. But if you can get in there and then instantly apply for residency and just stay there and just pay, rent a place and just pay the piper at first and get the lay of the land and feel it out. But right now, business and commercial visas, business and investment visas are being allowed. It's extremely friendly. I love the place. I love the people. The people are great. They're really friendly people. Down to earth, wholesome, real. And I'm telling you folks, when this economic collapse hits and the world goes to hell in a handbasket, I would rather be there than here, because they won't even notice it. Like, they won't. They barely even notice COVID. The gluten down there is a joke. They know how to survive. They've already been put through the grinder the last 20 years. They're at the bottom of the barrel. There's only one place in the country to go, and that's up. They're already at the bottom of the barrel. Now the thing is how long they linger at the bottom of the barrel. That's another question. So, but they honestly can't go much lower. Oh, I shouldn't say that. A war could break out, and the U.S. could start drone striking the place. That would be about it. So, I just know I wish I was there. They sent me pictures. Last week, Caesar and Zarikama sent me a picture of them on the beach. And I was so upset. I was depressed. I was like, oh, they're on the beach, hugging each other, sending me a picture. And I'm like, and it's like there's sunny beach, and they're sitting there enjoying the day, and I'm sitting here in North Korea, you know. Patty, I hope I'm out of here before it actually hits. Like, I hope I get out of here. Like this, I know I shouldn't say hope I am. I know my property's going to sell. This, I know it's going to sell. It's going to this year. I'm shocked, but I think it's because the universe is keeping me here. Because I don't understand this. Because, you know, the big thing now is about self-sufficiency, growing your own food, all that kind of neat stuff. And I'm like, this property is set up for that. That's exactly what this property is, about being self-sufficient. And it's, you know, it's got all the amenities. It's got every new thing you can imagine. The whole house is being redone. The property is redone. Everything's brand new here. Like the whole place. It's ridiculous. There's no maintenance and nothing to fix, nothing to do. And, you know, it's like, and I'm like 80 kilometers from Ottawa. And I'm like, well, like, there's got to be somebody in Ottawa that wants to get out of there and, you know, and get ready for the coming crop storm that's coming for the world. And this is the place, you know, that, well, like, I do my garden this year. I did my garden. And I realized this year, you know what, this year's, I've been 11 years posting my garden vlog on YouTube. You know, 11 years, you know, and I haven't bought food at the grocery store since August 2011. And this property, like, I've been living on the dirt of what the dirt of this property gives me since August 2011. Everything I eat comes from the dirt of this property, you know? And I'm like, who wouldn't want this in this, what's going on in the world right now? It's like, the only thing that makes sense is the universe is keeping me here, you know? You don't need a greenhouse. What do you need a greenhouse for? That's what I understand. So you need a greenhouse. You need a greenhouse. Why? Why do you need a greenhouse? I don't understand that. Well, I quit cheese, Inga. But the bacon, yeah, the bacon, I know. I forgot about bacon. But cheese, I haven't bought cheese in over a year. Actually, longer than a year. September of last year was the last time I bought cheese. But I understand the greenhouse. Why is everybody obsessed with greenhouses? Like, I don't understand that, the greenhouse thing. I don't even see, the only thing I could see a use for the greenhouse would be if you were growing cannabis and you wanted to go late in the year, you know, for the plant to mature, and you wanted to grow right till November, you know, to get maximum bud growing. That's the only reason you'd want a greenhouse, you know? Like, garlic, you don't need a greenhouse for garlic. The garlic, you plant it in the fall, next year you got it. Peppers, well, I'm not a big, I don't, like green peppers, red peppers, absolutely the most useless food in the world. I don't even know what they're good for. There's nothing to them. It's like cucumbers, you know? And tomatoes, I've grown tomatoes here from seed outside. Okay, planted seeds outside. And I've done it on YouTube. I grew them seeds outside, like by seed, not plant. Like put them in the soil, you know, in June, and grow so many tomatoes that, you know, that I froze, that I had like, I think it was 6 years worth of tomatoes in my freezer, you know. I don't have chemtrails here. My skies are clear. I'm off the beaten path. And how many tomatoes do you need to grow? That's another thing. I'm in Canada, well, North Korea. But how many tomatoes do you need to grow? Like really, like how many, always people say, oh, I gotta grow tomatoes. But how many tomatoes do you need to grow? Like, and you can't live on tomatoes, you know? Like, after, like, I know myself, like when about day 4 of, you know, bacon tomato sandwiches, you start getting cankers inside your mouth, your acid burning your mouth out. Like how many tomatoes can you eat? Like, I don't get it. I grow for, to survive. And what can I eat in January, February? You know, like, Merry Christmas, Germany from North Korea. Um, you know, like growing. You know, you eat lots of tomatoes. Like, honestly, like, what do you live on tomatoes? Like, I don't understand this. So, like, infusion, tomatoes. Like, I don't understand, how many tomatoes can you eat? Because I've grown tomatoes and, like, I've frozen. Like, what year? That year I froze like 100 liters of tomatoes, and it took me like 4 years to eat them all. Like, actually, I just made a batch of stew, spaghetti sauce this spring and I made it out of duck. It was like I ground all the duck up. Was it the spring I did that? I don't remember when I did it. I made 40 liters of spaghetti sauce, and I used my last of my tomatoes from 2013. You know, but how many fresh tomatoes can you eat though? Like, see, I can't wait. When I get to Venezuela, folks, I'm gonna show you how to grow tomatoes. Nah, then I'll put you all in your place on the tomato growing, because a lot of people don't realize, like, tomato is a plant that lasts about 3 years. It's the lifespan of a tomato. Well, and if you've got the right climate, you grow a tomato plant, it'll like grow massive, and it will grow for 3 years, 2 to 3 years. But I'm not going to waste my time here growing tomatoes. I grow plants that are like I can sustain myself. You know, but oh, folks, but the garden worked out good this year. I'm like I said, I have enough food to last me, the dog and I. You know, I have 3 places, John. You can go to my videos on YouTube. I have all the playlists of all the places I got down there. So you're growing tomatoes in January, Inga, when there's no sunlight, because you're even farther north than me, so your days are even shorter. I don't understand that. Like, how many months, Inga, are you growing in your greenhouse? Like, what are you doing? 9 months of tomato growing? And you don't eat anything else? Just tomatoes? How many months are you growing, Inga? And no answer. She's on delay. I won't eat tomatoes. I'm having burgers tonight, but I'm not having from February till October. Okay. You love your tomatoes. A lot of work. May to October, tomatoes. Every day. Well, technically they are a fruit, so they're not a vegetable. Oh, I'm losing my screen here. Folks, well, it's Christmas. I'm gonna go and have some Christmas treats. I bought myself some treats because I didn't get any in the mail this year, so I had to buy some, and I'm gonna go eat some Christmas treats. I'm craving them. I'm gonna feed my dog because he's laying behind me, and I'm surprised it's 5:16. He hasn't started bothering me, because usually he starts bothering me at 4:30 because he knows it's supper time. He's still sleeping. Right? I'm shocked that he's here, because normally he leaves and he goes to the living room, and now he doesn't want to even sleep on his side of the couch. He's sleeping on my side of the couch. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna wish you all a Merry Christmas. thanks for joining. And we just got to hope for a better run that's coming up. Just hope for more craziness. We got to hope for it to get really, really crazy, because the crazy's going to wake up everybody to realize that that this is crazy, and that's what we need. We need it to go absolutely lunacy, stupid stuff to wake everybody up to end this, crazy, crazy time we're living in. Because if they don't crank it up so that everybody wakes up, we're just going to be all stuck here. And we're going to have no rights. And we're going to live in a giant communist country, and it's going to be a worldwide event. God, I hope we get out of here before that happens. So I feel positive. Anyways, I got one more video that I'm going to put out. I had a problem because for some reason my editor wouldn't edit my video, and that's why I put all the little short videos out this year, because my software would not edit the videos. But this year I shot the videos in 4K, and I think that's the problem. But I've got a chicken series to put out because I had chickens this year, and I'll show you. There's going to be probably between Christmas and New Year's, I'll release the chickens of what I did on chickens this year, because Doug and I are living on chicken and vegetables that we got from the garden. So, but you all have a Merry Christmas, and take care of yourself. Be careful out there. There's people out there that are absolutely lost their marbles, and avoid confrontations, because and go and exercise. Start exercising, folks. Get ready. Get strong, because life is about to get really difficult for everybody physically. I'm telling you, it's physically, life is going to get harder. So, and unfortunately, that's the way a feudal society works. Unfortunately. Anyways, have a Merry Christmas. I love you all, and I thank everybody for all the years of support and sticking with me and following me on my crazy trip. And hopefully, soon, I'm hoping within 6 months, that the next adventure of my life is going to start, and it'll be way more exciting than sitting here in the Coof lockdown. Oh, Merry Christmas.